Welcome back to the Cheltenham Exchange and our Dublin Racing Festival preview. We're on to Sunday at Leopardstown, and Dave has got a very important message for you. Dave, what have people got to do?
You need to go onto YouTube and search Cheltmental and subscribe to the channel, of course. They've probably got like 60-70% of you that watch this that don't subscribe. Just click the button. It takes you 2 seconds. Like the video and drop a comment in there too.
Oh, top man. Thank you. So like, subscribe, do everything. The whole lot, the whole caboodle. Thank you, Dave. So yeah, day 2, Sunday. We're looking at the grade 1s again. And the second race on Sunday at 1:40. Novice chase over 2 miles 5. There's only one man we can start with here. Scotty.
Yep, the mighty Potter. He wins. Simple as that. Brilliant in the Drinmore. Absolutely love the horse. He's the banker of the festival for March. I think I seen 9-4 this morning, which was just like absolutely huge. He doesn't get beaten. As simple as that. He wins. Jerry Colom's going to Sandown, so he won't be declared tomorrow. El Fabiolo's running in a 2-miler, so he's not going to be going. And looking at the rest of the runners, Kilcrit's just an absolute pile of nails. He's just not good enough. Gaillard de Menil is interesting, but he's had 7 chase starts. He's only won 1 of those. And the one he did win was God forbid, Free Stripe Life when he lost his life in that race. And he's just a horse I just don't like at all, Gaillard de Menil. So I'd be definitely avoiding him. James de Burley is the interesting one. He hasn't really raced that much in the last 2 years, and I just don't know where he's going to end up later on in the season. Is he a 2.5 miler or a 3 miler? I don't know what everybody else thinks, but he's the one that would serve up to Mighty Potter if he gets into a good rhythm. He really attacks his fences as well. He's quite quick through the air, and pretty much a similar style to Mighty Potter. But I just think Mighty Potter's bomb-proof, and I think a lot of people will probably agree with me on the panel. Well, hopefully anyway. I just think Mighty Potter's just a machine. I just really like him. He's definitely going to win, 100%. Mighty Potter, all the way.
Thank you, Scotty. Nice, confident selection. Love that. Alex, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I don't like Gaillard de Menil, as Johnny's well aware of. I think James de Burley will probably bounce. I mean, it was his first run, wasn't it, for nearly 2 years when he won beginning of January. Jerry Cullum, as he says, going elsewhere, and so is El Fabiolo. So, yeah, I mean, Mighty Potter hacks up.
Thank you, Alex. Ian?
Yeah, so I echo what the guys say, saying about Mighty Potter.
Did you say I don't care what the guys say, or I echo?
No, I echo. I don't care, but I do echo what they say. But yeah, just to echo what everyone said. To El Fabiano going to I've put the ankle here, the Arkle. Jerry going on the Saturday. Trip is probably too short for Gaillard de Menil and some of these others. Scott was saying about James de Burley. I wonder if I know he ran over 3 miles over hurdles, but I think potentially he could be one of the ones that Willie sends up to the Browns. Then you've got Jerdy with me, who's a bit hit and miss. Perhaps he could do with again stepping up at Trip, but seems like Henry seems to persist at 2 mile 3, 2 mile 5. Then you got Kilcrut, Field Door, but yeah, it should be too good for these. So Mighty Potter for me. I think you can get 5-4 at the minute.
Thank you, Ian. Johnny Boy?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a massive fan of the Potter last year, but he's grown on me this year, and he looks, he looks rock solid in this, obviously, and obviously the most likely winner of it. Gaillard de Menil, I don't want to see him running in this race, or I certainly don't want to see him winning it. What's happened there? But yeah,
someone's fiddling with the buttons.
I was trying to do the banner and it knocked everything out, so I think I might leave it.
Yeah, so yeah, I definitely don't want to see Gaillard de Menil, I can't even speak now, winning this, because I just want him in the National Chase, because I think he'll hack up in that, regardless of what anyone's saying about Ramillies. He'll beat him easily. But if he goes and wins this, then that plan will go tits up, won't it? So I just don't want to see that happen. James de Burley, I also see him as the one that goes a bit further as well. I'd rather see him in the Browns. So a nice staying on in second would do me for James de Burley. But like Scotty said, he does jump quite well. I was quite impressed with his previous performance, although it wasn't against much, but he did jump well and he travelled well. So I want to see him run well. But yeah, Mighty Potter wins this
The
one.
Potter. And David, the Potter.
Yeah, shit time, didn't he? I've like Scotty said, he's like probably one of the bankers of the festival, especially when you look at it from a price perspective. Still think there's plenty of juice in there. I think it's testament as well. Like Gordon Elliott doesn't necessarily run bundles of horses in here, but Jerry Cullum's been sent to Sandown. Like Gordon Elliott, I can't remember the last time he sent one to Sandown in the Scilly Isles for the sake of a run when there was a race at home that was worth a chunk of prize money. He doesn't want to see that horse get ruined by running against Mighty Potter. And I think it could be Willie Mullins. I touched on the fact that all those 2 milers should run in the 2 mile race. He doesn't even want to risk throwing too many of his horses in here. Like he's the horses that he might run in, like a Kilcret, Gallard de Mesnil, potentially James de Burley. Like they'll find out about James de Burley, but he couldn't go back in trip. Gallard de Mesnil definitely needs like all kinds of a trip. Kilcret's semi-interesting. I touched on him a bit earlier. I did a video maybe October, November last year that he could end up as like a Brown advisory type horse. So he might end up being like a Never Nearer pick up the pieces stuff. But I do think Mighty Potter's going to absolutely bolt up. When we talk about the turners, though, I will just say that this race hasn't been the most fruitful for that. You had Monkfish that won the RSA, didn't you? You had Rathinden and the Storyteller both in 2018 that went to one at the festival but didn't win the turners. So the Storyteller did win the plate, though. That was over the right trip. And Forheen got close enough, didn't he? So Mighty Potter, I genuinely think he just absolutely hacks up. And I said this in the video I did with Jamie. Not that I'm comparing him to like a Vator or a Duvan, but you know when you get those novice chase displays where they literally just canter all over horses in a top grade 1, I genuinely think he's going to do that. Like, I don't think he's just going to win. I think he's going to absolutely demolish him. And then he ends up being like 6-4 or shorter for returners, which is what he probably should be anyway, off the back of that Drimwell run. He's going to absolutely shit him. I think he's 5-4 across the board now. So the price is getting skinny, but I would just say smash him up for the turners because he'll shit him then as well.
Thank you very much. Mighty Potter is, fair to say, a pretty strong selection in there, I would say. He's got his clenched fist there, listening to Dave at the end.
Hey.
Enjoying that. The price is getting smashed up as we speak. I was interested to hear about Kilcruit because I just can't give up on him. It's the most
Well, you and Alex were saying about the
horse.
Browns, weren't you, in a previous chat and video? And
Yeah, just so frustrated. I don't know. Just send him on the flat or something. Right. Yeah, less said about that, the better. Okay. Thank you, gents. 2:10. We've got the Ladbrokes Dublin steeplechase, 2 mile, 1 furlong. Yeah, Alex, I don't think you've kicked off any race yet, have you? You'll be delighted to start here.
Well, this is the second one you asked me to kick off on, and they've both been 1 to 3 favourites. So yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, Blue Lord wins. Everything else in this race just nowhere near good enough to be in. So
Thank you, Alex. Ian.
Keep it simple.
yeah, well, so yeah, I'll put Blue Lord wins easily. He beat Gentleman to me, I think, by 40 odd lengths previously, and Captain Guinness as well. I think Captain Guinness needs to find about 11 lengths on Blue Lord as well. So yeah, pretty straightforward. The price is a bit silly, but I think the field is just as sillier. So yeah, Blue Lord for me.
Blue Lord. Dave, Blue Lord.
Yeah, he'll definitely win. So Royal, I think, will come second, though. I know he's an 11-year-old, but they're not just sending him over here just for the crack. I think he's a pretty good 2 mile chaser. Obviously, he's not like top grade 1, but we don't even know if Blue Lord is top grade 1 2 miler because we've seen Shackle isn't the same horse after he made that mistake and then flopped the time after. So I think So Royal's a little bit underappreciated, but he shouldn't be able to beat Blue Lord. So just smash up the forecast, isn't it?
Love it.
Why did I say Captain Guinness? That's just thrown me.
Because
Must be the line of form. I thought it was in the race. It must be in the line of form. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Because you're drunk here.
The last one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Scotty.
Blue Lord.
Blue Lord. John.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of Blue Lord, but he obviously wins this. It's dog shit, the race. So go and make your dinner or your flipping tea or whatever. It's crap.
Tea.
Lunch.
D. Alex, you see, I'm saving everything for handicaps for you, Alex, because you're a
Oh,
nice
thanks for that.
until I forget. Sorry. Okay. Skip handicap until later on. And we're on to 3:10 and the Irish champion hurdle. Ooh, plenty to talk about here. Who's not? Has everyone set us off on one here so far?
Yeah.
Go on then, Johnny.
Well, I'll tell you what I want to see, and then I'll tell you what I think we'll see. What I want to see Honeysuckle and Stateman going at it and not being much between them as they cross the line. That's what I want to see. That keeps them both in the picture then, doesn't it, for the champion hurdle, and doesn't rule anybody out, I suppose, from that side of the water. What I think will happen is I think Stateman will beat her, to be honest with you. I just think, with his age on his side, and her last run was not as bad as what everyone made out. Don't get me wrong, and I hope she really, really runs well. But I just think he's going to end up being decent. Like, if there's something about him, there's a freshness about him. I just think he's going to take some beating in this. Vauban I quite like as well, but I think he's more one for next season. So I think Stateman beat him fairly comfortably last time. I think it was hands and heels win, really. Zana here, I don't know what's going on with him. I love Zana here, but I just don't. The season's gone to rat shit totally with him, so you just don't know what to expect. So, yeah, I think Stateman will win, but I think it'll be very close, and I hope it is very close.
Thank you, John. I beg to differ, you see, on the Stateman Vauban thing.
You do, yeah.
Vauban was fresh that day. I mean, it was his first run, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and he did run well. I just think Stateman had a lot up his sleeve, I think, in that race.
Okie dokie. Thank you. Dave.
It's like Johnny said it probably right at the beginning in terms of the fact of what he thinks can happen and what he wants to happen, because this is very much a head and hearty type one. You have to try and take emotion out of it when it comes to the punting side of things. But I do think that there's not a single person out there that really knows what's going to happen, because Honeysuckle's clearly not finished. That last run was good, regardless of like Tia-Poo coming and doing something else after. Her like Racing Post ratings for what she's done in that Fairy House race, I think it was maybe 160, 152, 158, and then 158 again or something like that. Like, she's been running around the same sort of number, but then she's always a few pounds better when it comes to this particular race. Potentially as well, like the 2 mile division's been pretty weak in it. Admittedly, it is potentially stronger now with Stateman and Vauban in there, but given the fact that she is a 2-time champion hurdle winner, they've already touched on the fact that they might not even go to Cheltenham. They've already touched on the fact that if she was going to go there, it would be the champion hurdle, not the mares. Now they're saying it could be the mares. I don't think they give a crap about Cheltenham, to be honest. And with a mare like this, like, not saying they're going to try and get a beat so she goes out on a swan song or something, but this could be a massive, massive win for her. She's already won the race like 3 times, and to go and win it a 4th time would be ridiculous for her as a mare. I think she's going to be fully tuned up. And I don't think she's been fully tuned up in the previous one to this, but she's still been putting up good numbers. So I don't think Stateman's capable of giving her £7, if I'm honest. So I think she wins this. Stateman could, if he was fully wound up, but I just don't think he will be. Willie Mullins will want Stateman to have a crack at Constitution Hill at Cheltenham. I hate to say it, but I think Henry and the owners have already conceded the fact that she ain't beaten Constitution Hill. To do what she's already done is enough of an achievement. So I think he'll leave a little bit on Stateman. So he might be 95%. She'll be 100%. He can't give a mare like her £7 and not be 100%. So I think we'll see her get backed in. I think all the fanboys and everyone will jump in as well. And I reckon, I personally think she'll go off favourite. It could be a bit of a bold statement because Stateman's looked all right this season, but he's beaten like a 9-year-old charger, isn't he? Vauban was okay. They missed the last hurdle the last day. Like, he's not come up against a champion hurdle horse yet proper, and that is what Honeysuckle is. So I think she wins. Whether I'm being a bit more like emotional than I should be with the race, I don't know, but I think she wins. I think she should be a lot shorter than the 15 to 8 she's with Bet365. So she'll get a small bet. I wouldn't be getting stuck in. I'd rather just watch the race, but I do think she's going to win it.
Love it. Thank you. Yes, she can't be going to Mayor's Hurdle in Cheltenham. Surely she can't. There's no chance, is there? Just can't happen. So yeah, I'm like you say, heart over head. You got to hope she pulls it out here. And yeah, Scotty.
I might get booed off the stage for this one. I'm going to probably have my biggest wager on the meeting on this race, and that's going to be on State Man. I'm a believer in the horse, and this is going to sound even more crazy. Constitution Hill, as amazing as he is, I think will have a race on his hands against this lad in March. I don't think he'll beat him, but I think he'll give him something to think about. I really do. I know, Dave. Constitution Hill's not going to get beat, but I think State Man is that good. And an interesting thing I just think with horses, it might be just a silly myth, but I think horses get their hearts broken sometimes. You see all these champions like Altior, Big Bucks, Bouvedere won 11 or 12 in a row. As soon as they get that one defeat, and it's at the point of their career when it starts going like that, they don't really win much. And I think Honeysuckle's at that stage. I hate to say it because I've been her biggest fan. I think Vauban may even finish ahead of her. And the thing with Vauban that slightly puts me off him for the second place bet is it was a bit of a flat race towards the end against State Man at Christmas at Leopardstown. And he didn't really, I know he wasn't really probably fully fit, but State Man was hands and heels to that line. And if Vauban was that good, he would have got a lot closer to him. And he just couldn't do it with the hurdle taken out. I think State Man is an absolute beast. I think he's the real deal. And I hope he goes off 6-4, 7-4, like Dave says, and Honeysuckle gets backed in. I'll probably lay her and back State Man. I think State Man is the real deal, and I cannot see him getting beat.
Like it. I like it.
But if I was to do my absolute conkers, I'd be the first one to clap and be happy Honeysuckle won. I'm a racing fan at the end of the day, but I still like to have a punt when I think I'm right, and I think I'm right. I think he'll win.
Like it. Thank you, Scotty. What long-term plan, State Man, then? What are you thinking?
He's got to go for the chase next year. He's got to go chasing next year, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
He would have done it this year, I think, if he didn't have so many horses like Appreciate It who were getting to the peak of their ages.
Yeah, imagine it.
Yeah, State Man would be even money for the Arkle right now. I reckon he's a year away from being even money. But then you've got Facel Vega to come into that mix probably next year as well. It's crazy.
He's put Saudi in a beginner's chase next week.
Yeah,
as well.
I can't believe that.
We're talking about his 2-mile chases. He definitely wants to have a go at John Bond, doesn't he?
It's mental.
We're going to have the same problems next year, aren't we, with all these horses?
Oh,
it's a good problem to have, though, regardless of them being in 1 yard. I just like getting the good horses.
Yeah.
Alex, what are you thinking?
I agree about sort of the Honeysuckle form, that her first race wasn't as bad as people are saying. I mean, she got outstayed over 2.5 miles on very soft ground. And I mean, the horse that beat her that day, Ante-Post, is now favourite for the stayers. I mean, Classical Dream, I mean, he's a supreme winner. He's won plenty of Grade 1 horses. I don't think the form's as bad as it looks. I think she'll win, and I think Vauban will beat State Man.
Oof.
Ooh,
Alex, you little devil.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go probably do the reverse forecast with Honeysuckle and Vauban.
Wow.
Thank you, Alex. I've got to go back to that Fairy House race, and yeah, I know, and he's getting on a bit now, but like you say, I don't think the form is that bad. The ground was against her. Actually, coming round that last bend, she still looked to be going pretty well, I thought.
And she looked like she was going to like cruise and win, didn't she? And then she just didn't find as much on the. I mean, just the ground and the distance, and I mean, she always seemed to come on for her first race, didn't she? So
I'll keep going back to it. At that time, Henry's horses were running absolutely terrible. All of them, they were running awful. I think
she's getting excited.
Yeah,
I think she wins this. I really do. I hope she does. Come on, Ian. Put me in my place.
Yeah, no, I can't. Basically, what I think, what Johnny put it lovely for me. I think my heart really wants Honeysuckle to win. It'll be more of a spectacle if you want it. Obviously, her going back off the win to try and challenge Constitution Hill. I don't know. Do you guys think that State Man's potentially the best horse she's come across? I know she's come across Epatante, and do you think that's positive? Is that a big statement to say that?
I think it will be on a Sunday. I think Appreciate It's the best horse she's run into, but he was just seriously out of form and lack of match practice. But I think State Man will be.
But I just think I think he'll be too. I think State Man will be too good for Honeysuckle. Vauban would be, as Alex said, probably been or will be in the top 3. But I'd love her to win, but I just can't see it. I really can't see it. sadly, I think if she is beaten second, even into third, I think they might retire her. Sadly,
If she's
I
only
think
a length
if she
or
can't
two,
beat State Man and Vauban, then obviously she won't beat Constitution Hill. There's no point in her going into the mare's hurdle. I think let her go on a high-ish and go from there. But hopefully not. But
that could happen. That's why I'm adamant she will be ready for her life, because they don't want her to run that third or fourth when they know the best thing to do is retire her. They want to try and get her to Cheltenham as well, but they're not going to. Like with Dan Scout with Protector, like thought he'd done enough work. Like you can't leave good horses that far short. I know I've said State Man might not be 100%, but then Willie Mullins isn't Dan Scout, is he? But she'll be ready for her life. If she does get beaten by State Man, then fair play. She won't though.
yeah, I hope she wins, but I've just got a feeling she won't.
Dave, do you think if she'd lost a race before, do you think there would still be this much of a big thing made about the fact that she's actually lost a race? Or do you think it's just because she had that like long unbeaten run of like 15, 16 races that people are then crying about it?
Yeah, definitely, and that's the biggest thing of it as well. Because we talk about those Fairy House Hatton Grace, where she almost like half a length to Ronald Pump, and then she's got half a length when she beat Darva Star in this. Those two pieces of form are far worse than what she did when she got beat the last day. But because it's a one next to them, everyone's like, oh, she's unbeatable. And she did look like she had the air about her, didn't she? I still think she would have been beaten by Benny in that mares if Robbie Power hadn't fucked up with Stormy Island and given her the gap. But there was a part of me that thought maybe she's just one of those horses that can't get past. It just goes to show there that maybe she's just been a bit lucky in some of her races before. Not saying the luck was against her in there, but she's not a 2.5 miler. She's a champion hurdle horse, isn't she? And this is her trip again, I think. Sorry, Scotty.
Dave, I think if you win money on Honeysuckle, I think you need a new tripod for your phone.
It's because I've got it on the boy's high chair on the back, and it's leaning down.
We should all do the Dave.
Yeah, everyone just tilted down. It's that the only reason why I'm picking it back up is I've got no pants on. You're lucky I'm wearing a shirt.
Oh, no.
You saw how bad my weekend betting was at Trials Day.
You're losing all our money. Our money today were you flashing?
You should have watched our video, shouldn't you, Dave? You wouldn't have lost that.
Oh no, this is it. I've only got 10% battery, just FYI. So if I do disappear, that's why.
Okay.
No worries. Right, thank you, gents.
Plug in.
Where are we? So we got one more left on Sunday, I think. I'll speed myself up.
Yeah.
So we'll, novice hurdle, 2 mile novice hurdle.
This would be
Don't
fairly
know
quick.
what goes on here. Gaelic Warrior going in here, presumably.
No.
2 miles? No.
Goes in the 2 mile handicap, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. Shit's up.
Don't know. What goes here? Mike
Vega.
might go in here.
Facile Vega will run. High Definition will run. In the Pocket will run. Irish Point will run. Ilete Thompson will probably run because it's a syndicate horse, won't it?
Dark
and
Raven.
then who knows? I don't know whether he'll run Dark Raven, but he's not entered anything else, is he? So you might just give him a go, mightn't he?
American Mike won't. And then you got No Looking Back is the Rag.
Go on then, Ian.
Yeah, I think it's this is the only thing with the DRF. So there's so many odds-on favourites, and I can't see Facile Vega losing, to be honest. But I'm quite interested in High Definition actually. Obviously, with I think Tara run at the weekend and comes second. If you want to kind of call that a bit of form, but I thought they ran quite well. That would be the only thing I'd probably take out of it. To say Facile wins, I'd be more interested into how High Definition runs and potentially what route he could go, whether it's Ballymore or Supreme for me. It's always a bit boring.
It's all right, mate. It's all right.
It's not really much else to take out. So you got Irish Point.
There isn't. There's no point talking about stuff that's not. Oh!
Irish Point probably going to go up in trip.
No, he's a 2 miler. He wants good ground, didn't he? Him and Marine Nationale, Jamie said it in the video that we did, him and Marine Nationale both want better ground. But he could, like, it was a head bobber between the two of them. He could have beaten him, couldn't he? Marine Nationale's like 4-1 to go and beat Facile Vega. Irish Point's 10s in here, and it's not the depth of a proper Supreme. Irish Point for me is one of the stinkiest each way bets. Like I don't think anything should be able to beat Facile Vega, but Irish Point is. We definitely haven't seen the best of this horse, and he is. I'm adamant he's a 2-miler.
That Irish. Sorry, Dave. That Lawler's and Ace run against Cham Kiley screams step back to 2 miles for me as well.
Yeah, and again, it's like he didn't want the ground or those bits and pieces. Like it's like I think it was the case of just getting him in a race. Like they're in no rush with him. It might just be that he'll be a better horse next season, but he looks like he's a horse that's got loads of untapped potential. Whether he realizes it or not, I don't know. But I think better ground, which he's going to get. There's no rain forecast. There's a little bit of watering, I think they're doing, but it's like yielding to soft, so it'd be sort of good to soft, I reckon, on the day. I reckon Irish Point's the best, like muggy each way bet. I think he'll be second. At worst, he'll be third, but I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Does he give Facile a race then?
Possibly. The thing is, in the bet 365, we're doing the without market as well. I'm sure he's about 10-1 in the without market for the Supreme. So I'd be semi-tempted to look at something like that from an Ante-Post perspective, that stick him in there, because I think in that without market, Facile Vega, as far as I'm concerned, is pretty bomb-proof in the Supreme. I know anything can happen with incidents and all that sort of stuff, but if you can get sort of like a big price for this in the without market, then you just take the best horse out of it. So yeah, maybe have a look at that as well. I reckon he could go quite well. Facile Vega should just shit home there, shouldn't he?
Johnny, you agreeing?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Facile Vega. Yeah, should bolt up in this. Again, it looks like there's only going to be 6 or 7 runners, doesn't there? So might have to have a look on the old each way extra for that. But the one I've got me sort of eye on is Dark Raven, if he does turn up. The form of his last race is not great, but the second has come out and won, actually. Dr. Bravo. He won last week, beat the Big Doyen by 2 3/4 lengths, I think it was. So, yeah, the form isn't that bad, I suppose, really. But I'd probably look at Dark Raven as an each way extra play if the odds are any good. I think he's 10-1 at the moment. So I don't know. You might get 7s or 8s. Depends. Sometimes 365 are a bit funny on them.
You can at the moment.
Low.
Betfair and Paddy Power and Skybet and William Hill are all 3 places as it currently stands. So, like, I know you would risk them not being declared. Yeah. Well, I'm like 100% sure Irish Point will run each. So you can get 9-1 each way first 3. He'll go off second favourite.
Yeah.
Dark Raven again. Like, you could get the extra places on them, but anyhow, I'm just talking too much. Be quiet, Dave.
High definition is interesting because he's obviously got a big engine, but it's just his jumping, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just not good enough, is it? It's just not slick enough. So maybe he will go out in trip. I don't know, but yeah, I'll be interested to see how he runs. But I don't think any of them get close.
Just while we're on this race, I talked about Irish Point in the without market. So Marine Nationale, this is the non-runner no bet without Facile Vega Supreme market. Marine Nationale is 9-4. Irish Point 7-1. I think that's filthy with the non-runner no bet concession as well.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I've said too much.
No, not at all. I'm bloody polishing my 50p's here. Scotty?
Yeah, agree with Dave. I think Irish Point is definitely an each way bet, that stinky one. But sometimes you don't have to find the winner in the race all the time. When there's like an odds on favourite, sometimes you get match bets on Betfair or Coral. And if Irish Point 7's 7-1 now, and high definition is 9-2, they probably offer you like 11-8 the match bet. Irish Point, I would be absolutely all in on that, 100%. I think, like I said, an 11-8 winner of a race, it's hard to find in like a decent grade 1 because people try and take them on just in a straight match bet. I think I did it last year in the Champion Hurdles. Like Adagio was something like 4-5 to beat Zanahiyr in a match bet. Zanahiyr was 11-10. I thought, what the hell? I thought it's just a gift. I didn't care who won the race. Honeysuckle bolted in. She was 8-11. I still found a little bit of value in the race. I think that's where punting, sometimes you have to be a bit do a bit of research and have a look on the day and see what offers you can get, But no, I agree exactly with what Dave and the boys said. I think high definition jumping was great the first day. But the horse that finished second to high definition Jatara has ran well against Ashrow Diamond. Finished second the other day, I think it was last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so that's a good little guide for the form there. If Ashrow Diamond, if high definition runs well in the novice hurdle, I think keep your eye on Jatara and Ashrow Diamond for the mare's novice. I think they'll both go close as well.
Lovely, thank you very much. Another little, it's all educational. It certainly is for me. Different angles of looking at bets. I like it. Ian?
I've already done my bit.
Have you? Yeah, I think
I went first.
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
I was
Alex.
I'm not giving you. It's Alex who hasn't been. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. It's because I'm
That's
saying.
all right, don't worry.
I'm saying
Either I go first on a
Don't you?
short odds one, or I get forgotten. So don't worry, I won't hold it against you. Yeah, Facile Vega wins. I probably have if there are enough 3 places on the race, I'd probably have a look at No Looking Back for Oliver McKernan. He had a good second to Brazil. Not second. He beat Brazil. On his second ever start over hurdles. He was traveling really well all the way through. I mean, Brazil was, I think, 1-5, 1-6, that sort of price, and he still turned him over. And I think he could sneak in at a big price for a place for me.
And I guess he would be, as a trainer, he would be looking at this race and as an opportunity, I guess.
Opportunities for a bit of prize money, maybe.
Lovely. Thank you very much. And I do believe that does wrap up Grade 1s on Sunday at Leopardstown. So thank you again, gents. Thank you again to our wonderful special guests.
It's not often to get Wayne Mardle on the channel, is it?
Wonderful.
We're just hoping that Dave's battery lasts for part 3.
You doing nap, OJ?
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. Nap. Well, yeah, we got anything? Yeah,
Let Alex go first as well.
We have. Yeah, go on. We better stop Alex.
I'm going to go nap for Sunday, Mighty Potter.
Ian, Mighty Potter. Dave, Mighty Potter. Ian?
Yeah, same.
Mighty Potter. Dave?
Potter.
John?
I'll be controversial and go State Man.
Dave, man. And do you know what? And I was thinking Scotty was all over it was going to be Mighty Potter, but now I'm thinking it could be Stateman, actually.
Stateman, yeah. Mighty Potter will win. Stateman, yeah.
Love it. Thank you, gents. So, yes, that does wrap up Grade 1s on Sunday. So, thanks again. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Remember to like and remember to subscribe down there. And I forgot in the first video, so massive apologies. Thanks to Lloyd at Hacked Up Racing Gifts for his continued support. Go to Hacked Up Racing Gifts online. And Ian, what do you put in?
You do Exchange 25.
Exchange 25.
25% off.
Or try Exchange 35 and you might get 35% off. Who knows? It's always worth a stab.
It's worth a go.
Right. Yes, thank you. We'll have a very brief video following on with a quick look at the handicaps and the bumper. But for now, ciao.